Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here in Brooklyn, New York, and we're headed to Manhattan to the Sony annual Creative Space event. It's an event that's literally made for you to test out their newest equipment. And I went there yesterday and I used my full-frame camera. Today, I'm using the RX100. Man, it's beautiful. I mean, I thought it was going to be horrible because it's raining and cold, but it's actually not that cold. The rain has stopped. Now we have this gorgeous, diffuse lighting and all these trees with the colors, and yeah, I love the changing of colors, man. I love the changing of colors. I grew up in Egypt and I lived in Florida for a good bit, so we don't really get these changing colors. And when I lived in a place that had changing colors, I never appreciated it and I never even noticed. It's crazy what photography can do to your brain. If you're more interested about what photography can do to your brain, check out this webinar that I did with Sony and B&H. Man, look at this. So pretty. Ugh, delicious. I'm actually gonna take some photos. 1 second. Okay, I'm closing in to the event and I'm really excited because yesterday when I went with my 85mm 1.4, I was like, this is a perfect place to test out the RX100. I've been wanting to set up a studio shoot for the longest time to truly see what can be done with this camera when the environment is perfect. I didn't know actually that this was going to be going on, and I usually, if I'm going to anywhere I don't know or an event, I love taking the 85mm because it can separate these candid moments and it can capture these like very specific moments, and it can isolate everything I needed to isolate, which can be technically done if I zoom in enough with this one. But the 1.4 with any lighting, like if you can see with your eyes, the 1.4 will be fine. I cannot say the same about this one. And with events in candid moments, you cannot drop the shutter that much because you can't tell people to hold still for a candid moment. So you have to crank up the shutter, you have to crank up the ISO, but there's only so much you could do with a small sensor. However, when the environment is in control, you can do a lot with this, and that is what we're going to be finding out very soon. As I get closer to the venue, you start seeing more and more people with cameras, and the closer you get, the more cameras you see. It's like a hive of photographers. I can tell I'm getting really close. I'm about 2-3 minute walk away, and yeah, let's see let's see what this little baby can do. Ladies and gentlemen, I finally arrived at the Sony Creative Space event 2024, and I'm here with my Sony RX100. This camera is 4 years old now, and the new A1 Mark II just came out, so they built this perfect environment for you to test it out, test out the new equipment, test out the new lenses, and I'm going to test out the RX100. So let's go.
Defined by sort of self-fulfillment and feeling good about yourself every day.
Casey Neistat's here, as you can see, and I'll leave my takes from this talk at the end of the video.
And by having that job.
Okay, so full disclosure, I just wanted to emphasize the fact that it's not just the camera that takes good photos, but it's also the lighting. So this is a big, soft, diffuse light that's made for obviously professional shoots. They're made to test out these professional cameras. But I just wanted to emphasize that so you know that it does take more than just a good camera to take a good photo. Environment plays a big role. Lighting is everything when it comes to photography. So knowing how to find light, knowing how to actually see where the good light is definitely much more important than whatever equipment you're using. I just talked to Katrin Isman, a Sony ambassador, actually Sony artician of imagery, which there is a difference. Not exactly sure what, but I was asking her about the RX100, and she said she actually used to use it all the time, but now she just upgraded to the Sony A7C with a full frame sensor. And I asked her if she thinks they'll be making a new one anytime soon of the RX100. And she said she doesn't know, but given that it's been 4 to 5 years and they haven't made one, chances are they won't be making one. So that's kind of sad. Okay, I got some good news. I just talked to someone who works at Sony, and he does not know the answer also for the question, will they make a new RX100? But he did mention that they are literally selling out as soon as they have them in stock, and they basically can't build them fast enough to match the demand. So the camera is actually so good that they don't even need to make a new one. Just crazy. If you are planning to pick one up, use my affiliate link. I'll leave it in the description. Okay, again, showing you guys the lighting in here is incredible, honestly. Look at this. This is a massive source of diffuse lighting, and it's made so you can see the potential of the new cameras. Okay, I'm back downstairs, and I'm about to drop off my little RX100 to get a little cleanup. I just ran into some of my homies, Jeffrey and Javier. Jeffrey, say what's up.
What's up?
Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey.
You're welcome.
Jeffrey actually told me about this event. If you need to plug the insider information about the city, this is your guy right here.
Yeah.
Anything to advise the newcomers of photography?
Look online and
Actually look for events, like try a little bit and you'll find something.
reach out and try networking a lot and look online that fits your niche. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I'll see you around. Javier here just got his baby back. Are you smelling it or kissing it?
Has the brand new smell. Yeah, you smell like it's kind of better than a new car smell. It's more like a, I don't know, when you're a kid and you go in Toys R Us. It's kind of that smell. It smells great.
What's your highlight for today's event?
So much. So we were just talking about how I'm really big on POC spaces and making sure that we're represented. So wherever I go, it's very important that I visually am seeing individuals that I was raised around, that I work with. I think that's really important when it comes to the creative space. So me just walking in this space and it being such a mother of a company like Sony, to see diversity at every corner, at every turn, at every table, that to me speaks volumes. So thank you so much, Sony.
Awesome. Thank you, Javier. I'm going to give them the camera so they can clean it. They're doing it for free at the Creative Space event. You can literally just walk up, create your camera once a year if you come up to all these events. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Sorry, I'm trying to get him.
Oh, I thought you were like bopping to the beat. I am cameraless right now because I'm getting my camera clean, but they gave me a little. You can never have enough of these. I don't feel like taking pictures of that for some reason. I should probably, but it's okay.
Defined by sort of self-fulfillment, feeling good about yourself.
So Casey Neistat literally just said that we reached this kind of critical point of camera equipment and camera quality that it doesn't really get in the way anymore. And he said we reached that point about 5-6 years ago. And the Sony RX100 is literally about 4 or 5 years ago. And I think it's the best example of that fact in the smallest form factor. So the conclusion is, this is an incredible camera. It can do a lot of things. People are surprised that it can, just because it's small, and no one really gives it the chance to do all these things, because when you're in an environment that is professional, you can't really take a small compact camera and show what it does. But because we reached that point in technology, this camera can really do a lot. And one of the things that I really appreciate about this camera is that I can take it with me everywhere. And it's like the best form factor for me to be able to travel. It's literally in my pocket right now. There's always moments where I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful shot. But I don't want to take out my camera or switch my lenses. So seeing that be kind of confirmed with what Casey Neistat was saying is very validating, and it's kind of the cherry on top. And he also said that the hotter the fire, the harder the steel, which kind of emphasizes the fact that if you work really super duper hard, it will, like, that's the only way to kind of get to the hottest fire. I don't fully agree with that, but again, who am I to disagree with Casey Neistat? This guy's been making YouTube videos since 2007. I do think it's one way to get to that hardest steel, but I do also believe in the philosophy of Wu Wei. And that's gonna have to wait for another video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a subscribe, like, comment, all these good stuff. Okay, so I only showed a few of the photos I got because I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible while the event is still happening, while things are still hot. But I am very busy right now because I'm working on a workshop that's on the 26th, and it's about optimizing your creativity. And I'm gonna be explaining how I utilize science and biology to become your most creative self. So whatever tool you use, you produce the best results. And if you're interested to see what other photos I've been taking with RX100, check out my Instagram at @MaherZ_, link in the description. I also took this camera to Iceland and tested it out, and some of the photos I got are being licensed as pieces of art. If you want to see that video, check it out right here.